Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. A little update on the 98 XPL. We got it wet sanded. I spent several hours wet sanding it yesterday and buffing it with my buffer and polisher and waxing it, giving it a good wax. And then I made some decals for it. Put on the HydroTurf mats, and I got the HydroTurf stickers on it. The HydroTurf stickers are covering up a few gashes, and I used the stickers as much as I could to cover up some of the blemishes, and especially on the old, where the old decals here were. So it kind of fills that in. There's a gash right here, so I got the sticker there covering it up, and a nice one on the hood latch. So she's all pretty clean. The seat's not fully mounted because I have to do the rear drive shaft, put that in when I do the pump. So I'm waiting on doing all that because I still have to finish the exhaust, and I do want to get it started and running before I put the drive shaft in, and get that all situated in there and captured and bolted in. So you got my pump nozzle in there, and I still got the VTS I'll have to hook up once I get everything in there. But she's coming along, and I'm hoping if I can get my other parts before the weekend. Today is Wednesday. I'm hoping if I can get my parts Friday, I can get the exhaust in, and hopefully get it fired up. But I'm still waiting on the fuel lines. So again, I'm hoping those show up as well on Friday, so I can get those. And I got to get some screws for this. And as you can see, I got new VTS and start buttons. They look real nice. Once we get her fired up, I'll have to steal a battery from one of my other skis. I'll probably take it out of the 95 Limited, because I'm still waiting on some parts for that as well to get that back together. So stay tuned for those. The GTI is in the back on the trailer, as well as my niece's ski is on her trailer. I will be winterizing that coming up soon since she's away for college, so it probably won't get ridden before winter. And I have too many skis to winterize come that time, so I'll get hers done and in storage, and I'll probably do a video on that one, because I haven't done a video on hers yet that I restored for her. It's basically a 96 XP with a black and green and yellow theme. Really nice ski overall. It has, someone's done some Bondo or some fiberglass work inside where you can see that, but it runs, it doesn't leak, and she really loves it. It rides great. I did all the lines and raves and carbs and everything in that. Sadly, that one didn't get a new gas tank under the recall. The GTI, the 95 XP did, and one of my 96s over there did get brand new gas tanks. Apparently this one wasn't under the recall list. If you have those 95, 96s, XPs, and GTIs, and several other models, get your VIN number, your HIN number that's on your tag. Call your local Sea-Doo dealer and see if that's been done. And then you can get a free gas tank. Now, there is one way you can tell. Supposedly someone told me that they engrave an X under the hood by the hood catch if the tank has been replaced. So apparently this X that's engraved right there, it's carved in, someone once said that means it's been done. The gas tank recall has been done. Now my other one over there, That's my mint one with low hours. When I bought it, it only had like 57 hours and 58 minutes, so 58 hours on it, I think. Really low hours. It needed the usual carbs, fuel lines, and everything. And it got a brand new gas tank. And there is DOG. That's our family dog. He's hard at work being a dog. Here's his ball. Get up, D. Good catch. But anyway, the 98 XPL is coming along fine. I gotta still put the impeller I got on the pump, which is in my trailer there. I'll be working on that probably today as well. Get the pump all ready to go on the back of the ski when I'm ready for it. But yeah, I'm hoping all the gauges work. I'm hoping the fuel baffle, the float and everything in it worked. I had that apart. It's got the new float in it, so it's not stuck. I didn't ohm it out with a multi-tool to see if it's reading, but hopefully it works. Otherwise, I'll pull it back out and do the F1 fuse mod to it. But as you can see, we got all new registration decals, Sea-Doo on it. I was debating on just kind of leaving it pretty much empty, you know, blank. You know, we'll just leave the HydroTurf and leave that. But I figured, you know, I gotta give, I can throw some decals on it. And if whoever buys it doesn't like it, they can easily remove them and put on their own decals, buy a graphics kit if they want. As you can see, I still have to do the fuel. I got the fuel selector there. I'm apart. I'm cleaning that, making sure it works. But we got a few nicks here and there, and there's some under the. It could use a keel guard, but I'm already close to $3,000 into this thing, and I got it listed for $4,000 with the trailer, so I'm not making a lot of money, but it's more of a thing for me because I like to see these things being restored, being put back together, so they have a second chance at life, and can enjoy more years on the water. Hopefully it'll go to a good owner that'll put a little more money into it. But at this stage, I mean, it'll be ready for the water. A new owner can take it over from there, and hopefully it'll last another 20 years on the water, instead of ending up in a landfill. I mean, the hull's not busted. It's got its chips and its scratches and its beach scuffs, but for a 22-year-old machine, it's in great shape, and hopefully it'll last another 20 years on the water and go to a good home. That's what I enjoy. I have a friend that he picked up a 96 XP this year. I've ridden with him a few times. He put a single gauge hood on it, and new turf, new seat cover. He's done the works, and I redid the carbs for him, redid the oil lines and gas. The gas lines are already done, but I redid the oil lines for him. And he rode it all summer. It's been a great machine. And cool story, one of his buddies messaged him and said, "Hey, you interested in another Sea-Doo? It's a yellow Sea-Doo." He said, no, I got one. So then his buddy picked it up really cheap, and sent him a picture of it. And lo and behold, it's not just a yellow Sea-Doo 96 XP. Well, he thought it was. Oh, it's just a 96 yellow XP. I already have one, nothing special. When he got the pictures, he found out it was actually a 95 limited XP 800. But after digging into it, and his buddy sent him a picture after looking at it, it's got the 787X engine in it. So it's not only a unicorn being a 95 limited, it's a unicorn of unicorns with the 787X engine in it. So my buddy was pissed because he's like, damn it, I should have just paid more attention. I should have asked him to send me a picture of it. He missed a good deal. So his buddy wound up getting that ski, and it's in rough shape. Someone painted the hood black and it looks like crap. It needs a good work through. It needs the carbs redone, the fuel lines. It needs a good restoration. It was last registered in 2015, but anyway, so it's not ready for the water, and it's got an MPEM issue. So my buddy basically ended up trading his redone 96 XP with his buddy for this 95 limited. Flat out, straight up traded. So now my buddy went from having a nice 96 XP to a kind of trashy 95 limited with an X motor that he plans on rebuilding, restoring. He's going to pull the engine out and gut it and see if he can get a new gas tank. And so that'll be a fun restoration. I will try to keep you posted on that and get you some pics and videos of that next time he comes over with it, or I go over to his place. But yeah, that's going to be, he's really thrilled because he's been eyeballing a limited since I got one, and now he's got a limited with the X, and I got a limited with the 951, which is really just the most awesome thing ever. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'm sure Kyle will love having some videos, and I may go through the carbs with that again on that for him, since I did his other carbs. And I give a shout out to Nick at osdmarine.com for his back to OEM carb kits. Come with everything you need to do a carb rebuild, nothing you don't. I highly recommend paying the extra $3 or $6 for the internal screws, so you can ditch away your old crap internal screws, because most of the time they're a pain in the butt to get apart, and you strip them. So go ahead and get that kit, and he has them for all different models. I got them in my 96 GTI 720 engine, and all my skis have his kits. Of course, this has the 951, and that's got the 951. But his kits are the best. He stands behind his work. And if you're missing anything, he's pretty fast at getting it replaced, or if he's out of stock, he'll send stuff back in. I remember one time I had ordered the internal set screws and he was out. I got him 4 days later, he got them in. He shipped them separately. So yeah, that was really good. He's a good guy to work with. That's Nick Grillo on the Sea-Doo two-stroke page. And his website is osdmarine.com or osdparts.com. I also buy all my fuel lines from him, and oil lines, and lots of numerous other parts. I got these VTS buttons from him as well. I think for the 2 buttons it was $10. And I buy all my Raves valve upgrade kits from him as much as I can. And then other parts I also buy from Nick Carnes, I think I'm saying his name right, at Westside Power Sports. He's in Wayzata, Minnesota. Because I'm also in Minnesota, he's about 2.5 hours away from me. Awesome guy to deal with as well. I'm getting his hydraulic trim set up in that, and as you've seen, I've also has his custom steering systems put in that. And I do buy parts from him as well. Mostly used. He does sell some new stuff. He does sell carb kits and stuff as well. But so I support both of those guys and bounce back and forth between my orders. Depends on who has what on hand at what time. But that's Nick Carnes at Westside Power Sports in Wayzata, and Nick Grillo at osdmarine.com. So yeah, so check them out. Give them your business, especially if you're in Minnesota. Hit up Nick Carnes. He will be at the sortie, or the event we have coming up next weekend, the 26th through the 30th. And I hope to have some video there. I would really love to have my 95 there, but I'm waiting. I'm going to have some helicoils put in the manifolds, the exhaust manifold, and I've got to do some work on the hull, on some grinding in the pipe to get it to stop doing that issue I'm having with it rocking and breaking the bolts. So yeah, so I'm hoping I can get that done, but I don't think I'm going to have it done by the sortie. So, and I'm waiting for graphics. If PWC Graphics, Mike Stowe at PWC Graphics ever gets those shipped, so I can get those on, and that thing is going to be looking awesome. But yeah, thank you for watching my videos, and hopefully I'll do a video on this once I get it fired up and running. Peace out, guys.